The Norse gods were strong. They were brave. But they weren't perfect. They had their flaws, their moments of doubt and fear, just like any other beings. Yet, it was their strength and bravery that defined them, that made them legends in the eyes of the Norse people. They knew one day their world would end. This wasn't a secret, it was a prophecy called Ragnarok. This prophecy was not just a tale of doom and gloom, but a profound narrative that shaped their understanding of life and death. It was a story that was passed down through generations, a story that held a mirror to their own existence. The Norse people believed in destiny. They believed that every event, every action was part of a grand design. This belief in destiny was not just about accepting their fate, but about understanding their place in the universe. It gave them a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging in a world that was often harsh and unforgiving. They believed everything had its place and time, even the gods. The gods, with all their power and might, were not above the laws of destiny. They too had their roles to play, their paths to follow. This belief in the inevitability of fate was a cornerstone of Norse mythology, a testament to their understanding of the world around them. And Ragnarok was their destiny. It was the ultimate end, the final chapter in the saga of the gods. But it was also a new beginning, a chance for renewal and rebirth. The Norse people saw Ragnarok not just as an end, but as a necessary part of the cycle of life and death. The story of their end. A story that was both terrifying and awe-inspiring. It was a story that spoke of great battles, of heroes and villains, of the ultimate struggle between good and evil. But it was also a story of hope, of the promise of a new dawn after the darkest night. This wasn't a story of defeat, it was a story of resilience, of courage in the face of certain doom. The gods knew their fate, but they faced it with unwavering resolve. They fought not just for themselves, but for the world they had created, for the people who believed in them. It was a story of change. A story that reminded the Norse people that change is inevitable, that nothing stays the same forever. It was a story that taught them to embrace change, to see it not as an end, but as a new beginning. A story of how even the most powerful forces in the universe must face their end. It was a humbling reminder that no one, not even the gods, are immune to the passage of time. It was a story that taught the Norse people to live their lives with honor and courage, to face their own destinies with the same resolve as their gods. It's a story that reminds us nothing lasts forever. But it also reminds us that every end is a new beginning. That even in the face of the greatest darkness, there is always a glimmer of hope, a chance for something new to emerge from the ashes. But even in darkness, there's always a chance for something new to begin. The Norse people believed that after Ragnarok, a new world would rise, a world that would be even more beautiful and vibrant than the one before. This belief in renewal, in the endless cycle of life and death, was a source of strength and comfort for them. It was a belief that gave them hope, even in the darkest of times. Ragnarok wasn't a single event. It was a chain of events. It was a time of great upheaval. The world would freeze, the sun and moon would vanish, the stars would fall from the sky, earthquakes would tear the land apart, the seas would roar and swallow the shores. And from the depths of the underworld, terrible creatures would rise. This was the prophecy, the harbinger of Ragnarok, the end of the world as the gods knew it. The gods knew about Ragnarok. This was the prophesied end of the world, a cataclysmic event that would bring about the death of many gods and the rebirth of the world. The signs were clear, and the gods could feel the weight of destiny pressing upon them. They knew they couldn't stop it. The inevitability of Ragnarok was something they had come to accept over time. It was written in the ancient texts and whispered by the seers. The gods, despite their immense power, were bound by the threads of fate, but they could prepare for it. They gathered their weapons, each one imbued with divine power and history. They trained their armies, warriors who had proven their valor in countless battles. Every god and every warrior knew their role in the coming conflict. They made ready for the final battle. The air was thick with anticipation and the ground trembled with the footsteps of the gods and their armies. The final confrontation would be unlike any other, a clash of titanic forces that would reshape the cosmos. Odin, the Allfather, consulted the runes. These ancient symbols held the secrets of the universe, and Odin, with his one eye sacrificed for wisdom, sought their guidance. He hoped to find a way to avert the doom that loomed over them all. He searched for a way to change fate. Odin's mind raced through countless possibilities, each more desperate than the last. He knew that the runes rarely lied, but his determination to protect his realm and his people drove him to seek any glimmer of hope. But the runes spoke true. Ragnarok was coming. The symbols were clear and unyielding, foretelling a future that could not be altered. The gods had to face the reality that their end was near, and they had to do so with dignity and strength. Thor, the god of thunder, sharpened his mighty hammer, Mjolnir. This weapon had been his companion through countless battles, and it would be his ally in the final fight. Thor's resolve was unbreakable, his spirit as fierce as the storms he commanded. He would defend Asgard, the realm of the gods, with all his might. Thor's loyalty to his home and his kin was unwavering. He knew that the survival of Asgard depended on his strength and courage, and he was ready to give his all. Freyja, the goddess of love and war, rallied her Valkyrie warriors. These fierce maidens were the choosers of the slain, and they would play a crucial role in the battle to come. Freyja's leadership was inspiring, her presence a beacon of hope. They would carry the souls of fallen heroes to Valhalla, the Hall of the Slain. This was their sacred duty, to ensure that the bravest warriors would find their place in the afterlife. The Valkyries' task was both a privilege and a burden, one they bore with honor. The gods were prepared. They would face their destiny with courage and honor. Each god, each warrior knew that their actions in the coming battle would echo through eternity. They embraced their fate, ready to meet it head-on, knowing that their legacy would endure. Heroes of Asgard: Odin, Thor, Freyja, and Sigurd. Odin, wise and powerful, was the leader of the gods. He was destined to face Fenrir, the monstrous wolf. Thor, strong and brave, was the protector of Asgard. His enemy was Jormungandr, the world serpent. Freyja, fierce and compassionate, would lead the Valkyries. They would collect the souls of fallen warriors. And then there was Sigurd. Sigurd, the dragon slayer, a hero of men. He would fight alongside the gods. Each had a role to play in the final battle. Each would face their destiny with courage. Fenrir's fury, the wolf that devours the Allfather. Fenrir was no ordinary wolf. He was a giant, a monster, the son of Loki, the trickster god. The gods knew Fenrir was dangerous. They bound him with magical chains, but at Ragnarok, Fenrir would break free. He would devour Odin whole. It was a tragic end for the Allfather, but it was also a necessary sacrifice. Odin's death would mark a turning point in the battle. It would unleash a fury in the gods, a fury that would shake the 9 realms. The final showdown, Ragnarok, engulfs the 9 realms. The ancient prophecies had foretold this cataclysmic event, a time when the cosmos would be torn asunder, and the gods themselves would face their ultimate fate. The final battle of Ragnarok was chaos. The air was thick with the sounds of clashing swords, the roars of monstrous beasts, and the cries of warriors locked in mortal combat. It was a scene of utter pandemonium, where the very fabric of reality seemed to unravel. It was the end of the world. The skies darkened, and the earth trembled as the forces of destruction were unleashed. Mountains crumbled, and oceans boiled, signaling the demise of the old order. Fire giants battled frost giants. Gods fought monsters. The sky rained fire. The heavens were ablaze with the fury of the gods, and the ground was scorched by the relentless onslaught of the giants. It was a battle like no other, where the stakes were nothing less than the fate of the universe. The earth cracked and groaned. Thor faced Jormungandr. The 2 titans clashed. Thunder shook the heavens. The mighty Thor, wielding his enchanted hammer Mjolnir, struck blow after blow against the colossal serpent, Jormungandr. Their battle was a cataclysmic clash of titans, each strike sending shockwaves through the realms. In the end, Thor triumphed. With a final earth-shattering blow, he vanquished the serpent. But victory came at a great cost. But he fell, poisoned by the serpent's venom. The deadly toxin coursed through his veins, and the mighty god of thunder succumbed to its lethal embrace. His lifeless body lay on the battlefield, a testament to the high price of heroism. Heimdall, the watchman of the gods, blew his horn. The Jallarhorn's resounding call pierced the chaos, signaling the final confrontation. The sound echoed throughout the realms. It was a clarion call that rallied the remaining forces of good and evil, drawing them to the ultimate showdown. It was the call to battle, the call to the end. The warriors of Asgard and the denizens of the underworld heeded the call, knowing that their destinies would be decided on this fateful day. The call to the end. Sigurd fought bravely. He slew countless enemies. The legendary hero, known for his dragon-slaying prowess, stood as a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. His sword flashed like lightning, cutting down foes with unmatched skill and valor. But even he, the dragon slayer, could not survive the end of days. Despite his unmatched bravery and strength, the overwhelming tide of destruction proved too great. Sigurd fell, his legacy etched into the annals of history. One by one, the gods fell. Odin, the Allfather, met his end at the hands of the monstrous wolf Fenrir. Freyr, the god of fertility, was slain by the fire giant Surtur. The pantheon of gods, once thought invincible, succumbed to the relentless onslaught. Their bodies littered the battlefield. The prophecy was fulfilled. The ancient seers had foretold this day, and now it had come to pass. The gods lay fallen, their divine essence fading into the ether. The old world was no more. The realms were engulfed in flames, and the very foundations of existence were shattered. But from the ashes of destruction, a new world would rise, heralding a new era of hope and renewal. The world reborn from ashes to new beginnings. Ragnarok was the end, but it was also a beginning. From the ashes of the old world, a new world emerged. The earth, cleansed by fire, was reborn. Two humans, Leif and Lifthrasir, survived the destruction. They were the start of a new human race. And from the halls of Valhalla, the souls of fallen warriors rode forth. They would help rebuild the world. Ragnarok was a reminder. Even in destruction there is hope. Even in darkness there is light. The cycle